I look at you and it's easy to see. You are that someone I've been trying to meet. I got your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on the dial tone. Think back to the night that we met, jumping in the pool, talk to you.
The way that literally one of my last uploads on here was a book haul with 35 books. And now we have another one with around 30 books. And it's only been a couple of months. Anyways, hey guys, it's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. So, it's the end of February. It's only been 2 months and I've already accumulated a good number of books. But to my defense, some of them I got for free from my friend who likes reading and was getting rid of a bunch of her books, and some of them I got for like $1 to like $3 from thrift stores and library book sales. So I did not buy all of these for like a full price. Not that that makes it much better because it's still a lot of books that I am running out of room for on my shelves. If you like reading, or if you don't, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I make lots of other content besides books. But if you do like books, I plan on making a lot more book content because reading is my entire personality. Without further ado, let's get into the video. As always, I like to separate my book hauls into genres because I know some people prefer some certain genres over others, and I don't want to make you guys have to sit through the whole thing if you want to skip around it, so I'm going to leave timestamps down below. For starters, I'm going to actually start with the series because I have a couple of series that I have gotten in either January or February that I want to share with you guys. The first series I feel like people are going to be happy about because this series has quite the fan base, and I'm trying to hold them all. Yeah, it's the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have these 4 books. I know there's a 5th one that came out like last year, I want to say, maybe the year before that. I don't have that one. I actually got these from that friend I was talking about who unhauled a lot of her books and very kindly gave some to me, so thank you so much to her. I gave her a couple of old books I didn't want either. This series is definitely like a love-hate thing, like you either love it or you hate it, and I am excited to see where I stand because I tried reading this first book, ACOTAR, a few months ago
from the library, and then I had to return the book, and I was like, you know what, I'm not really that into it. I was like 40% through. It wasn't like bad. I just like didn't feel the need to check it out again, so I like returned it to the library, whatever.
But since then, I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers that I watch raving on and on about the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Look how pretty the cover is. And I want to give it a second chance because it has such a fan base, and maybe I could be a part of that if I really got into the series, because I know a lot of people say the good stuff doesn't happen until A Court of Mist and Fury, also known as ACOMAF. It's quite a thick book. And then the third book is ACO War, even thicker, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and then this is like a little novella, A Court of Frost and Starlight. So yeah, I have all of those. I can't wait to read them. Oh, it's in the wrong order now. Yeah, here they are, super pretty. I really hope that I can get into this series because yeah. The next series that I got is the Cursebreaker series. I think that's the name of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this book I've actually had since like 2021. Like I think I got it for my 14th birthday. So this one's not new, but I wanted to include it because I did recently obtain these 2. I'm not sure which one's the second and which one's the third. I think this is the second. A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and A Vow So Bold and Deadly. These are hardcover in great condition from my friend also. These were the 2 series she gave me because she didn't really like either of them, but they've been on my TBR, so yeah, now I have them. Don't mind how the first one's in paperback and the other 2 are in hardcover, because obviously when I got this for my birthday I didn't know I would be getting the rest of the series in hardcover, but I'm fine with it because they still look really pretty together. And I believe, oh, I didn't even say what ACOTAR is about. Honestly, I don't know, but I do know that both this series and ACOTAR are both like Beauty and the Beast retelling type of things, so that's interesting. Next series, moving away from the Beauty and the Beast stories, this one is the Scythe trilogy. The Scythe trilogy. I believe this is like a dystopian sort of like science fiction type of thing. I got them at a library, but like I bought them from the library because sometimes libraries have like ongoing book sales where you can purchase the books. They're $1 each, so the whole entire series as a whole was $3, 1 per book. So Scythe is the first book. I believe this follows a girl named Sierra and a guy named Rowan. Citra and Rowan, my bad. And they have to like kill people. Don't really know. This is not a book recommendation video because I have not read any books in this haul, I don't think. Okay, then we have The Toll. I think this might be the second one. I'm not no, this is the third one. This one is the second book, Thunderhead, and then The Toll is the third one. The series as a whole is called Arc of a Scythe. So, and lastly, oh, I forgot to grab a book off my shelf. Once again, this is a series that I've had the first book for a while and recently got a hold of the rest of the books. So that is Dorothy Must Die. I've had this book for a while. It's not new, it's not a part of this haul, but I just felt the need to show it because the other day I saw these at a different library book sale, not the same one I got Scythe at, a different one. And yeah, they're like, I think they're actual library books 'cause they have like the tag on them, but I guess the library no longer wanted them and now I have them. All that I really know is that, I mean, obviously it's something to do with the Wizard of Oz based on the cover and the title, Dorothy Must Die. The back, I'm just gonna read the back because it's pretty short, and the series I feel like no one really talks about, so you might like not be familiar with it like you might be with the other ones because they're more popular. So it says, I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask to be some kind of hero. When your whole life gets swept up by a tornado, taking you with it, you have no choice but to go along, you know? Sure, I've read the books, I've seen the movies, but I never expected Oz to look like this. A place where good witches can be trusted and wicked witches just might be the good guys. A place where even the yellow brick road is crumbling. What happened? Dorothy. My name is Amy Gum, and I'm the other girl from Kansas. I've been recruited by the Revolutionary Order of the Wicked, and I've been given a mission. Remove the Tin Woodman's heart, steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the Lion's courage, and then Dorothy must die. I'm sorry, I got bored while I was editing. I hope you enjoyed that little performance. This sounds so good. The Wizard of Oz has always been one of my favorite like childhood movies, and this is like a dark spin on it where like the heroes of that movie are like the villains in this. I am so excited to read this series. I think I'm gonna save it for the fall time though, because I don't know, that it just gives me fall vibes. I'll quickly list off the titles of the other books because yeah, I don't know the order though, so I'm not gonna say them in order probably, but Yellow Brick War, The Wicked Will Rise, and The End of Oz. So those were the 4 new series that I've gotten this year, and I cannot wait to read all of them. Let me know which one you like the best if you read any. Now the rest is going to be split into genres. We'll start with fantasy because I actually don't have that many fantasy, since all the fantasy I got were in the series I just talked about. Actually, speaking of the Cursebreaker series, this one's by the same author, Bridget Kemmerer, and it was given to me by that same friend, so thanks so much again to her. It's called Defy the Night, and this has been on my TBR for a while. I actually asked for it for Christmas, but luckily I didn't get it because I have it now. It's a fantasy. I think it's like sort of enemies to lovers subplot, which, you know, I'm an enemies to lovers girly. Give it to me in fantasy. I don't know much else about it. I'll read like the tagline. A kingdom divided by corruption, the king desperately holding it together, a girl willing to risk everything to bring it all crashing down. Classic fantasy. I can't wait to read it. And this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Next, I have a funny story for you guys. Maybe it's not funny at all, but it's funny to me. So this is Midnight Star, part of the Young Elite series, which is a bit more dystopian than it is fantasy, but I'm just throwing it in here. This is the third and final book in that series. The other two are... oh wait, just the first one because the other one's up here on my TBR for the month. But yeah, basically, so I was reading The Young Elites, the first book in the series. I was enjoying it. I was like, I'm going to a library book sale tomorrow. Maybe they'll have the third book because I want to finish the series. I only have the first two. And it shows up at the book sale. Like, I just walk in. This is one of the first things I see. It was really weird because I've never seen this at a used book sale before. Never really even heard of it until I started the Young Elite series. It was strange. I think I manifested this book into my life. I think this is a sign that I need to read the series. Next, and actually final fantasy, is The Diviners. Oh my gosh, I haven't said like any of the authors' names. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is The Diviners by Libba Bray, and I could not tell you a single thing about it, but the cover's pretty, and some YouTubers I watch like it, so that means it's gotta be good, right? Now moving on to thrillers and mysteries. I love my thrillers. I have a pretty decent sized stack that I have acquired in the new year. First one is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I liked it. It wasn't the best thriller I've ever read, but I'm interested to read more of her books, and the plot to this sounds really interesting. It says, my name is Amber Reynolds. There are 3 things you should know about me. 1, I'm in a coma. 2, my husband doesn't love me anymore. 3, sometimes I lie. So it's giving unreliable narrator. It's giving plot twists. Fast-paced read. I can't wait to try this one out and hopefully get obsessed with Alice Feeney like Sarah Caroli, one of my favorite booktubers. She's obsessed with Alice Feeney, and this was one of her favorites. Next mystery thriller is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I've heard good things about this author. It sounds like a classic murder mystery. Could not tell you too much about it, but it's here. Got it at a library book sale as well. Next is Cemetery Girl. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the only reason I got this is because I read the back and it had my name in it, Caitlin, spelled the same way I spell it, and I've never had a fictional character with the same name as me, spelled the same way as me. I didn't realize that the girl Caitlin in this is, goes missing, so that's a little scary. I didn't know that. I just saw my name and I was like, oh, we're getting this. It's $1 at a book sale. Kind of nervous, kind of excited. Is that me? Is that Caitlin? I don't know. Next 2 books are actually by the same author, an author that I love right now, Natasha Preston. So this one's The Lake by her. I got it at my local thrift store for $2.49. Literally the day after I added this book to my Amazon cart. I never pressed order, thank goodness, because it was like $8 on Amazon, only $2 here. So I got the better deal. And I cannot wait to read this. It takes place at a summer camp, which is the perfect setting for a thriller in my opinion. It's young adult because she writes young adult books. This one's called The Lost. Pretty similar vibes, I guess, but I'm not really sure where it takes place. I think just in like a small town. Yeah, I read one of her books, The Fear, gave it 5 stars, was absolutely shocked, threw it across my room because I was shocked. I hope these books give me the same feeling because that was insane. Last thriller is The Color of Lies. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about it. I just read the back and it sounded really good and it gives me like We Were Liars vibes. I don't know if that's accurate at all. Now I have some romances. So first, All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I have a whole shelf of Colleen Hoover books. I know she's not the best author in the world, but her books are fun, quick, easy. Well, maybe I shouldn't say fun, not all of them are fun. They're quick, easy, entertaining type of reads. This one is called All Your Perfects, and it's about a married couple struggling in their marriage and like rebuilding it, I guess, maybe. I don't know. The cover's beautiful. The old cover was so ugly, so I'm glad that I was able to get my hands on the new cover because that old one, But yeah, I'm excited to read this. It's a lot shorter than I thought. Like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be longer for some reason. But I guess all Colleen Hoover books are pretty quick and short reads. Excited for this one. Next one actually just arrived at my doorstep yesterday. The Charm Offensive. I ordered it on eBay because it was like $5. This one, the plot sounds really interesting. So basically we follow this male producer of a reality show, like Bachelor type of thing, where one guy goes on and dates a bunch of women and has to pick one to marry, I guess. Literally The Bachelor. But he ends up actually falling for the male producer of the show, The Bachelor and the producer. That sounds wild. That sounds like such a fun read, and I'm excited. This is gonna be so cute. Like, look at that cover. That is beautiful. Next and final romance. This is a YA romance called Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I have heard such good reviews about this. Like, the people that love it so much. And I love a good classic rom-com movie, and this one's literally based on rom-com movies. Also, there is a playlist in the back, which I just love. There's like a bunch of Taylor Swift songs on it, and just like songs that I love. There's some Adele, there's some Bozzy, oh my gosh, Selena Gomez, Billie Eilish. I love it. And I did read this author's other young adult romance, The Do-Over. It's a Valentine's Day romance, and I liked it, and I think this one is like similar kind of cute vibes. So now moving on to literary fiction. I have 3 of them. So Actually, this one, I don't really know if it would be like a romance or a literary fiction. I'm just throwing it here. The Astonishing Color of After. Again, I got this at a library book sale, not knowing exactly what it's about. So let me know, because I don't really know what genre it is. Next, I know this is definitely a literary fiction. A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. I've heard good things about this author and this book in particular. But this sounds good. It sounds kind of sad. It sounds like a fun, not fun. It sounds like a good read. Good reads. Last literary fiction is Normal People. I have been so hesitant to buy this book because I've heard mixed reviews. You either love it or you hate it. Sally Rooney does not use quotation marks. Don't know why. That bothers a lot of people. I don't know if it'll bother me. But when I saw this at a thrift store for like $3.49, I had to get it. Because, you know, I might not get that opportunity again. It's a right person, wrong time, and I love that trope. So I have one classic and one nonfiction. I'll do the nonfiction first. It is 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. I loved the kids version of this when I was younger. It was like my favorite book ever. It was like a cute little picture book by, I think this might be wrong. I think this is the son and then the father wrote the kids book, or it's the other way around. I don't know, but it just gives like teen advice. Yeah, and lastly, I got The Alchemist. I've heard like not good things about it, but look at the cover. It's so pretty. I read the graphic novel of this and hated it, so I don't know why I got this, but it's just so pretty, and it was $1. So, you know, why not? It's gonna be on display. Don't know if it'll ever be read unless I have to read it for school. Those were all of the books that I have gotten this year so far. The 2 months that it's been, all those books. It's a little crazy. Maybe I'll do this video like every few months when I get books. But yeah, now I gotta put all these back on my shelf. That's gonna take a while. But thank you so much for watching. Obviously, let me know if you've read any of them, because I want to know which ones are the best, which ones I should read first, because I've not read a single book in this haul, except for like 45% of ACOTAR. But other than that, yeah, let me know. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!